What's up, Douglas High School? Welcome to my garage. It is, I think it's Thursday. Man, it's losing track of the days of spring break. Quite the spring break hanging out at your house for most of the time. Got a lot done in here. Kind of cleaned the garage, built a new bow. Had a little bit of fun. Hope you guys are having a little bit of fun and not just doing a bunch of work all spring break. Hopefully we can get outside a little bit. Last couple days been pretty nice. So I'm going to give you a tour of my garage because I know that sounds amazingly exciting. Right here we have my custom-made butcher block workbench. It's got wheels on it. See, I got stuff packed underneath there. It's really heavy, but it's pretty sturdy. This is where the bows hang out most of the time, where I store them unless I'm working on something. This is the hunting bow. You've all saw a picture of that in the last video. This is the new child. If that was the good child, the one up there, which has been retired, the bad child, hopefully, this is the new child. I just got it 2 days ago. I had to go to Scheels. I'd been sitting at Scheels for about a month and make an appointment, and the guy came out and just dropped it in the back of my truck. Both these bows, the brands are Mathews. This is a pure target bow. This is my hunting bow. Over here in the front of the garage, place of glory. If you've missed the Yeti SB 5.5, here's where it hangs out when it's not at school, which it should be. Man, I'd like to be sitting in the class looking across the desk and seeing the Yeti hanging there and having you guys yell at me or something, or I'll yell at you, or we'll just goof around, learn some stuff. Anyways, it's the Yeti. This is my nighttime target. I come out here, just shoot about 20 or 30 shots. Don't care what I hit. I'm just working on the draw, working on the release, just keeping the strength up. I shoot from right over there by the red compressor. All right, these are my other bikes. This one right here, that's my downhill bike, Trek Session 88. It's really only good for one thing. That's riding a chairlift up or the back of your buddy's pickup and bombing down some hills, hitting some jumps, rock gardens, that kind of stuff. They're kind of probably the dumbest bike to own because you just don't use them that much. If you use it a lot in the summer, you maybe rode it 20 times. I have it just for the express reason to go to Whistler in Canada and not have to rent a bike. This is my mailbox burner. Exactly what it is. You need to get the mail, ride down the sidewalk, the street, get the mail. This is an old bike here, about a 2006. This is a free ride bike, a Turner Highline. They only made them for 3 or 4 years, the free ride thing, then it kind of died out. Essentially what it was is a downhill bike that you could pedal uphill. They weren't as good as downhill bikes going downhill, and they were terrible pedaling uphill because they're so heavy. This one was like 45 pounds when it was built up. This thing is under 35 pounds. This is my single speed, 18 pounds, kind of opposites here. No suspension. This is when you want to go fast and when you want to suffer. I like it, it's fun. This bike has a special place in my heart. It's a Banshee Rune. This frame, in 2013, my father bought this for me. And then about 3 months later, he passed away. It's the last thing he ever bought me. I'll never sell this bike, I'll have it forever. Miss my dad every single day. He was an awesome dude. Okay, come over here, we got some spare parts. Hanging on the wall, some more spare parts down there. That green bike was amazing back in the day. I rode some of the coolest, gnarliest stuff ever on that bike. Stuff I couldn't even ride today on the Yeti. It was awesome. Here's a little bit of history. This is one of the first Fox forks ever made. And then a bad part of history. If we lift the bad child up, get it off. This thing, White Brothers Pro Forks, it looked so cool at the time. One of the first air forks. It was hot garbage. It was terrible. But I still have it. I keep thinking I'm gonna make a stool out of it one day, but I don't know. Over here you have my tools, all nice and ranged on their pegboard. A lot of those are mountain bike specific tools. If you get into mountain biking, you start collecting tools. And I've noticed with archery, I'm doing the same thing. And you can see here's an archery tool right here. What this is, it's so you can put new feathers or flights on your arrows, build custom new arrows. You do them one at a time. There. And down on the floor is a place of sadness. That's my workout now, those two lonely dumbbells. I'd really like to go back to the gym. Over here, got some tools. You can see my helmets up there. This is the poster corner. The funny part about this, almost every one of these posters is older than you guys. Maybe not Lance, but the rest are. This one, this is how old it is. I got this when it was new. That was the first ever Fox Airshock, and now every bike on the planet has them. You ask, what's behind the door? Well, let's look. This is the gear closet. It's got gear for just about everything. Downhill racing armor, motorcycle boots, knee pads, elbow pads, golf clubs, softball equipment, more pads, fishing equipment, and the world's ugliest skis, K2 Seths. I'd wear them in line and people would just kind of look at me and just shake their head. I have to agree because I have no idea what's going on here. When you put both skis together, you can see this guy's face and you can see a little bit of his hair here. Apparently that's Seth. And there's this avalanche of blood coming down the mountain that's filled with razor blades, helicopters, airplanes, a ship. I don't know, it's pretty odd. I have a feeling that some of you might kind of dig it though. All right, let's get to what we're here for. Clean some helmets. Now these helmets are, I'd say 90% of all the helmets I've ever owned in my life. So let's look at them from earliest to the newest. All right here, this obviously was never my helmet. This was my grandfather's helmet when he played at UNR. It's leather, it's literally leather. Look inside of there. Oh man, there's no spiders. Those guys were brave, that's all I gotta say. Let's get the air compressor into this. Just blow out the dust. Air compressor, very handy to have. All right. Okay, let's go to my first helmet that I ever wore. A Miami Dolphins helmet. Why my parents bought me a Miami Dolphins helmet, I don't think I'll ever know. I did play Pop Warner in this. It's got to be the cheapest, least protected thing ever, and these pads are hard as rocks. Good thing about playing when you're 6 or 7 years old, you're really not out to just decleat somebody and crush them. You basically run and fall in the pile. It's like puppies. Okay, from there, got into motorcycles. This is before they had face guards, full face helmets. Used to have a plastic one right there, but I crashed my first concussion and ripped it off. I thought it was cool. Took this old Suzuki helmet, even though I had a Kawasaki KD125. You know me, how I like to draw things, so I decided to decorate it. My motif was like fighter jets had these arrows on them. They say warning, danger next to the engine. So of course I put that on there. Then I had to add some, they look like, I don't know, they're supposed to be flames, but they look like trees, the burning tree. And then on the back, being who I am, of course I put by. Because the idea was I'd be going so fast, that's the only thing you'd ever see of me. That wasn't the case, but I did it anyways. All right. Now, moving on to the high school years. Yes, I was a hotel warrior. This is my old bike helmet. They're out of business now. I think they chute bottom or whatever. But we were bad. Went to the playoffs once. We usually won 3 or 4 games a year. Fondest memory in this helmet, well, not my fond, the one I remember the most is playing the evil Winnemucca Muckers and getting my knee crushed for the first time. Surgery number 1, yay! Okay, from there, we'll go to this helmet. It used to be a beautiful Kawasaki green because I had a KX250 at the time. Once again, I couldn't resist myself, so I painted it black, then got a cheap airbrusher, made some blue flames, and made some ugly white flames. It looked so much worse than when it was green. This is the Bell Moto 3. It was the first helmet that came out that had an integrated face guard. Good helmet, it's so heavy though, and there's no ventilation. I got this for graduation my senior year. Other people got cars and money. I got a motorcycle helmet, and I'm okay with that. Okay, from there, because of getting hurt in that helmet, the next helmet I wore, because I had to go to junior college, this helmet, the only good team I ever played on, the mighty Merced Blue Devils. We were Northern California state champions. So I was there for a semester, got a scholarship, and that got me another helmet. Northwestern University in the Big Ten. Once again, we weren't very good. 3 to 5 wins, but we were playing the heavyweights. Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame. Those were kind of regular games. Want to hear the fight song for Northwestern? Of course you do. Go you Northwestern, break right through the line with your colors flying. We'll cheer you all the time, you rah rah. All right, that's enough of that. Now, I loved Northwestern. It was awesome. I couldn't imagine going to a better school. But I hate this helmet. And you ask me why. Well, when you're a freshman, you get a bright, shiny new helmet. And then throughout the years, as time goes by, you keep the same helmet unless it gets broken. But it gets all these gouges and these battle scars and bent face masks, things like that. Well, my senior year, 3rd game, we're playing Michigan State. I get my knee crunched. So as they're helping me off the field, one of the trainers took my helmet, and that helmet was never seen again. 5 years of playing in it, and it was gone. My theory is some evil fan from Michigan State stole it. But a couple weeks, knee felt better, I could play. They give me a brand new shiny helmet halfway into my senior year with 5 games left. That's this helmet. All right. Next, down helmet memory lane. Get out of college, get into this downhill mountain bike thing. Looks pretty cool. We'll take down 2 helmets. We'll take that one down. And we will take this one down. So, normal helmets probably wouldn't be too safe. So I'm thinking, wow, they must make bicycle downhill helmets. Well, they made a few. And they were terrible. They sucked. Like, look at this one. Not only does it look funny, once again, visors don't last very long when you crash a lot. There's just no padding in this. It's thin. It's terrible. Although I did crash pretty good right there. That was a pretty good one. I can't remember what happened. But anyways, I had to get something different because otherwise I was gonna die. Racing a lot now, going to all the nationals. So I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna get a motocross helmet. So I get the AXO RX5. Good helmet, it's like a tank. But if you notice, there's no ventilation in it. Once again, part of the visor. There's no ventilation. It's hot, hot, hot. Sweat's just pouring down your face. Because remember, downhill mountain biking, you're pedaling your butt off. It's like a sprint. Well, this was the helmet was also part of the end of my competitive racing career. If you see this, that was me trying to gain a second by gapping a corner. But what happened is I went over the bars and went head first into boulders. Look at that. You can see it. I pressed my thumb. It almost goes all the way through. If I would have had that helmet on, I wouldn't be here right now making this video. But I do think I am dumber to this day from this head injury, right in the old temporal lobe. Kind of a lot of important things happened there. I kept racing. Not as much, not as fast. And I said, you know what, that motorcycle helmet, that was a good idea. So I get a Fox. You can see it still has the visor because I'm not going like an idiot anymore. Got some scratches on it. Comfortable, but it's too hot again and it's heavy. And it had these evil cheek pads that would press your cheeks and make you chew the inside of your cheek with your teeth. Not very comfortable. Then they started making actual mountain bike downhill helmets. Giro makes this one. I think it was called the Rampage. Lots of padding. Still had two fat cheek pads. Newer helmets that give you two sizes, but it's light. It's got ventilation. It's not as hot. It looks kind of cool. Couple crashes. Still got the original visor though. Nice helmet. All right. Sadly, I know you can't believe that this super informative garage tour is coming to an end, but it is. Down to the last two helmets. Got to go back to the gear closet for that. Let's grab this one. There's another spare helmet. I got the spare one over there. I got helmets everywhere. Let's put the good child on the ground. There's something missing in this garage that makes me sad. This space right here used to be occupied by a Yamaha YZ450F. Sold it a couple months back. Just wasn't riding it that much because of the pun, the back. So if my back gets better, I might buy another one. We'll see. So I need a new helmet. This is the modern successor, Bell Moto 3, Bell Moto 8. It's a couple years old, but it's modern. It's light, super light. The protection is awesome. It's comfortable. It's got all kinds of vents everywhere. And it's got this snazzy paint job. Dig this thing. And down to the last, my favorite helmet. Well, original Northwestern helmet was my favorite helmet. But of the ones I have, happens to be my favorite brand, Troy Lee Designs. I love all their stuff. This is a TLD Carbon D3. Ta-da! It's light, ventilation. It's super comfortable. Whoa, I should probably wash that. It's kind of dirty. Inside and out, it looks good. The two sides are different. We got this on the left side. Flip it around. We got some real hot rod flames over here. Looking good. Big stripe down the top. Lightweight. Expensive, kinda. Now they have a D4 they just came out with this year. Looks a lot the same. But this is an awesome helmet. And last thing in the garage, this is how bored I am. I had to buy a Lego, Sciencey Lego set. Because I missed the rocket at school sitting on the desk, so I thought I'd get Lego Museum dinosaurs. 910 pieces. We'll see how long that takes. I was thinking of just doing a time warp video at super speed and magically put them together in like 5 minutes, even though it's gonna take me hours. Looking forward to it. There you go. Spring break garage tour. Like I said, hope things are going well. Maybe we'll get to go back. Maybe not. I'm kind of thinking more than maybe not. Stay safe, wash your hands. I've been washing tons of hands. And luckily, over here, behind the wheel of the bike, I scored some white gold. Hopefully that lasts me. All right, Douglas High School, I'm gonna throw the horns. Stay rad, Tigers. I'm out of here.